Hello and welcome. This is Mary Catherine Lundquist, and I work at the COPSA Institute for Alzheimer's Disease and Related Disorders at Rutgers University. Thank you for listening in to learn more about how you can help create an environment at your adult day center that is environmentally friendly and supportive of your participants with memory loss. The tips and strategies we will be reviewing will benefit the people you are caring for and you as you go about your daily work routines. Thank you for all the good work you are already doing. It takes a special person to work in adult day services. I hope these materials help you have a better day at work. This is the seventh in a 7-part series on the Foundation's workbook. You can download a free workbook at our website, www.care2caregivers.com. In Part 7, we will be reviewing environmental considerations. If you want to follow along in your workbook, this section begins on page 94. The environment of your daycare center can enhance your work or make it more difficult. When we think about environment, we are not just considering the structural aspects, such as the room layout, the chairs, and the decorations, but also the emotional tone of a space. In an ideal world, the setting of every Dementia Adult Day program would be home-like. There would be several rooms, one for activities and another that offers a relaxing, quiet space. There would be a separate dining area and a large interior courtyard where clients can walk around or do some gardening. Staff would also have their own bathrooms, luncheon areas, and offices. In reality, we know centers are located in a variety of places, such as office parks, church basements, hospitals, and nursing homes. No matter where your center is, you can provide a dementia-enabled environment. As we go through this session, maybe you will have some ideas about improvements you can make at your center. Be sure to jot them down and share with your coworkers. Remember, you are the expert. And let's always try to look at things through the eyes of the people who attend our programs. This can be a helpful question for us to ask ourselves throughout the day. What does the environment look like through the eyes of the participants who are attending our program? We may not be able to rip down walls and build an enclosed garden at our centers, but we can all pay attention to and make changes to support an attractive, engaging, and welcoming emotional tone at our centers. The emotional tone is about how a space makes us feel. Is it warm and inviting? Is it a place I would like to stay in for the day? Many of us will be operating our programs on a shoestring budget and not have a lot of money to spend on decorating or remodeling. But there are some simple things we can do to foster a warm and inviting space. For instance, take a look at the two pictures here. In one, the chairs are arranged like a business meeting. There's nothing hanging on the walls. It looks cold, uncomfortable, and sterile. In the other picture, we see that the chairs are arranged around smaller tables, which looks cozier and can encourage participants to engage more. Note the home-like wallpaper and the curtain. Even if you don't have money for wallpaper, we can hang pictures on the wall that are bright, warm, and inviting. Many centers use participants' artwork to create visually appealing art displays. Some centers find that adding small touches, such as silk flowers, to the lunchtime tables really makes a big difference. Let's talk about some design tips. We will review using multiple visual cues, space size, noise, lighting, use of calendars, and culture. Let's consider how the signs we have at our center can enhance the environment. It can be helpful to use multiple visual cues. Signs should be written in easy-to-read print with strong contrast between the background and the type. Signs should include images. The word ladies is not enough on the bathroom door. You will also want to include the image of a toilet. The same goes for the dining room or any other areas that are designated for a specific purpose. We do this because some participants may be able to read but not comprehend what they are reading. It is important for us to pay attention to the level of distractions in the environment as well. Many of us have large activity rooms where multiple activities are going on at the same time. For someone with cognitive impairment, it can be very distracting to hear music or other noise when they are trying to focus on the activity in front of them. So do what you can to use separate rooms when possible to limit visual and noise distractions. Some of our participants may have a harder time focusing than others when hearing chatter or noise. Make accommodations for each person based on their ability to tolerate and stay focused in the face of distractions. Let's talk about space. Large spaces can be overwhelming. If you are able, try to turn a larger space into several smaller spaces. This may help participants feel more secure and decrease their desire to wander or be distracted. Think about how you can strategically place the chairs or use other furniture in the room, such as screens or bookcases, to create more enclosed spaces. Noise is an important part of any environment. Try to black out any distracting noises, such as traffic, police sirens, horns honking, as these may cause group members to become anxious or confused. We can also use sound to our advantage through use of music to set a mood. Many centers find that playing peppy music during exercise helps everyone stay engaged. And playing calm music during more stressful times of the day can add calm to the environment. So think about the noise at your center. What do you want to eliminate, and what noises can you add that would be supportive of your participants? Lighting is another important aspect of the environment. As we get older, it takes longer for our eyes to adjust to changes in light. Make sure lighting works with your participants and not against them. Some clients will be hesitant to go from a well-lit room to one that is less so. Some clients may need to be in a more subdued area with less lighting for portions of the day. Think about how the environment affects the person and then adapt the environment as necessary. Let's review how visual cues such as calendars and clocks contribute to the environment. Visual cues are things that we see around us. We want to limit visual cues that are distracting or triggers. Doors are a visual cue. Keeping doors closed when you are doing an activity may help participants stay more engaged and focused in the activity. If your center has windows that face a busy street, using curtains or blinds on the windows may prevent participants from getting involved in what is going on outside. Clocks are another example of a visual cue that can cause a great deal of distraction, even disruption, so use them judiciously in your program. The bottom line is that you must know your participants. One person may get anxious if they can't see the clock. Another may get anxious and restless if she can see the clock. You would want to make sure that she sits with her back to the clock. Color is a very important part of our environment. It can affect our mood. Think for a moment about how different colors make you feel. Use color to your advantage. Be mindful that colors can cause objects to blend in or stand out. Walls the same color as the doors may confuse a person with dementia, as they may not be able to find the door. Painting doors a contrasting color from the walls may increase their chance of finding the door. The same is true for floors and rugs. And conversely, if you want to hide a door, such as a door to a staff office or storage room, paint it the same color as the wall. Let's review creating a culture of respect. Cultural competence is an essential element in providing person-centered care to our participants. New Jersey is the most diversified state in the country. This is reflected in the ethnic and racial diversity of both staff and clients in our many adult day centers. Culture touches every aspect of our lives. It influences how we think, what we value, what we eat, and even what we wear. Like the air we breathe, we take it for granted. It is invisible until we encounter people from another culture who may be thinking or doing things very differently from ourselves. We want to be welcoming and accepting of the many cultures represented at our centers. Take the time to ask participants and their families about practices and traditions that are important to them. Many adult day centers find that providing education through activities about the foods, beliefs, and customs of the cultures represented at their centers builds community, strengthens our relationships, and enriches our adult day programming. Creating a culture of respect also means that we are mindful of how we are interacting with our participants at all times. All people, regardless of their level of their illness, want to be treated with dignity and respect. Even a person who has great difficulty with the activities of daily living, such as feeding, toileting, and bathing, still wants and needs to be treated in a dignified manner. How would you feel if you were dependent on someone else to feed you or to clean and assist you in the bathroom? Most of us are horrified at the thought. We reassure ourselves with, that would never happen to me. The truth is, it really could happen to any one of us. So when you are assisting participants, be sensitive and discreet. The best way to do this is to make it a non-issue. It is not always easy to do. Remember to never negatively comment, joke, or tease about a problem with basic skills. Carefully screen what you say. It's easy for an innocent remark to be interpreted in the wrong way, especially if this is a sensitive issue for the participant. Be as discreet as possible. Make the person feel they are still in control. Offer choices and offer lots of praise. This applies even during activity time. A participant may feel bad if they can't answer a question during a question and answer session. Regardless of their level of response, a person is able to give during an activity. Always affirm their effort, their contribution, and their presence. Make it a habit to offer positive comments to participants. You can compliment them on their smile, mention how wonderful they are at dancing, or that you heard they have a great coin collection. In summary, all people want to be treated with respect. Dementia can create many challenges, but should not rob people of their humanity and dignity. Thank you for all you do each day to make each participant at your center feel that they are cherished and valued just for being who they are right now. Thank you for taking the time to consider how you can help create and sustain environments that are supportive of our friends with memory loss. Remember that you are important too. Take care of yourself. Do those things that help you feel well. Pause and take a breath. Move in ways that feel good for your body. Feed your body and your mind with nourishing good things and try to get enough sleep. Chances are, when you feel your own well is filled up, you will have more patience and energy when supporting the participants at your center and supporting your colleagues as you share in this very important work. Thank you for your attention and your willingness to learn about environmental considerations. I hope this information shared in this session will make your job easier. For more information, please contact us at 800-424-2494. You may also download the Foundation's workbook at www.care2caregivers.com. Thank you.